Welcome back to Scoobie-Dee, and guess where we are? Back in the van. Scooby's over there chilling out because we've got 5 hours of driving ahead of us. And where are we? Hola amigos! We finally made it back to Spain. Hey, hola amigos. Well, we made it. We made it to the south of Spain. How about that? Just had a really nice morning climbing, 5 climbs up to 6B, and just chilling with the sunset here. Me and Scoobs. Scoobs is over there on her seat, look. That's Scoobs it. She takes the front of the van, checks everything out. Oh, moderate to rough.
Yeah, so I think it depends what you did.
Oh, I've been so nervous getting this ferry. I mean, this whole thing about the COVID tests and everything. I've had 2 COVID tests, and the second test has only just come through at 4 o'clock today. I didn't know when it's going to come through, and it's just come through at 4 o'clock, and we're getting on this ferry. We're now 8 o'clock, so I've only just made it, and I didn't know what was going to happen. And I get here and they're like, did you have a negative COVID test? And I'm like, yeah, but that's all they asked. They didn't ask to see anything. So I could have just not been stressed and got the test, and it would have been there by the time I get to Santander in 2 days' time. It's just been really stressful trying to get this trip to work, but hopefully we're getting there now. So we're on the Galicia, travelling over to Santander. It's mid-December, and yeah, it's actually not that cold. It's moderate out there, the waves, and the boat is well, it's all brand new. I think it's about a month old. Now, Scoobs, do you remember last time we travelled to Spain, you had to stay in a kennel? You're not that keen on going in here, are you? Do you remember? You had to look at this dog. He's not very friendly. Now, hold on a minute, we're talking. Shh. This dog over here. Oh, you don't like it here, do you? You want to get out of here, huh? Oh. So, that's the first time I've seen Scooby jump up my leg since she was a puppy. That says a lot, doesn't it, Scooby? I'm not happy with that. Back in the camper now after a night and a half, and I had a cunning plan, and that was to turn the fridge off so it doesn't drain the leisure batteries, but to freeze some items. So I froze this milk and those yogurts down there, you can see, and yeah, they're still pretty cold actually. They've still got a bit of ice in them. So after a day and a half on board the boat, everything is still really cold, so I think that worked really well. And it saved me from keeping the fridge on. So we're now going to drive down to the south of Spain. So I'm going to put this back on high so it just stayed nice and chilled. Pretty happy about that. Time for a cup of tea. So we're now sitting here waiting to exit the ferry in Santander, and I can tell you it's been really stressful getting out this time. You know that saying when they the juice isn't worth the squeeze? It kind of feels like that. Not at the moment, but it did leading up to this. It was so stressful getting a COVID test, finding the date that we could travel, finding a ferry that was free, that the dog could go on, that had available kennel or pet friendly rooms, and just everything really. I mean, I know it's the same for everyone this year. It's been a tough year for everyone, but wow, man, you know, if there's a year that you could have just hibernated, it would have been 2020. I would say 2020 for me was 80% crap, So I'm kind of hoping that 2021 will be at least 60% good. Can we go with that? 60% good, hey? So there you go. Anyway, welcome back to Scoobie-Dee. That's what I meant to say at the beginning of the show, but I wanted to get that negative stuff out the way. We're in Spain and we're looking for 60% plus. Okay. Hey Scooby, did you enjoy your trip on the boat? Was it better than last time? Because you got to sleep in the room with me rather than that kennel. Look at that, Scoobs. Is that our first view in Spain? What do you think? Oh, look at that. Oh yeah, beautiful spot here. This is where I parked the van last night behind me, you can see. It's just there. It's just great. You get this lovely little walk. You've got a running club coming there over there as well, look. I'd say this is a pretty good running track. Probably about 5k all the way around. Hey, welcome back. Look how green it is down here. We are 15 miles outside of Seville, and yeah, travelling down through Spain in the winter is actually quite pleasant. If you haven't got any aircon in your van like I haven't, then you know, when I was travelling back last year, earlier this year, it was like 35 degrees, and that was really terrible. Scoops was really overheating. But now it's like 15 degrees, the sun's shining, the fields are green. It's all good actually. We're on the final 2 hours before we get to El Churro. I've just heard that Andalusia is increasing its lockdown. So I think I'm lucky to be able to get there now before it gets kind of impossible. Just hoping they don't close down the national park and the hiking and the climbing and all the other activities I want to do. I don't need to have lots of people, just a couple of people to climb with, Scooby, and yeah, that's a good time. So yeah, hopefully that's what I'll get. Forecast for this week is fantastic actually, it's 18 degrees. So we've just passed into province of Malaga, Scoobs, which means we've made it. We've made it despite all that worry. I saw one police car on the whole way here, and they weren't really a roadblock or anything like that, they were just parked on the side of the motorway. So yeah, all that stress, and actually it was the best journey down ever. The weather was right, not too hot, just right in the cab here for me and Scoobs, and the roads are completely clear. On the way down, throughout the first half of Spain, it was mostly French and UK cars on the road. Down here in the south, it's mostly Spanish. But yeah, it totally worked out. Smell the whole countryside. Don't you, Scoobs? You enjoying that? Smelling the whole countryside? When I put the window back up again, you like try to pull it down again with your claws. Does it smell good? You can hear it. Trying to get out. Charlotte's just given me a tour around for the last hour. And it's fantastic actually. What a place. What a place. Really good vibe. Quite a few people here actually that have been here for the last month or more. So hopefully find some climbing people. And we're just taking Scoobs on a walk to burn some of her energy off, because as you can see, she's super excited. She's had to put up with me in the last few days. Haven't you, Scoob? You got a bit bored of me, stuck on the boat. Now she's got fresh people here to give her attention. She thinks that's great.